love the challenge of climbing. I love that there's always something harder or longer, more difficult. You can always push yourself. You never get bored. My husband, Connor, and I spent the last year traveling, living in a van, traveling around rock climbing. And in August, we settled down in Colorado Springs, started going to a local climbing gym there. And they host a dry tooling competition every year, and someone suggested that I try it out. I've only trained for dry tooling the past couple of weeks before leaving for the World Cups. I had no idea what to expect, so kind of just went in with totally open mind. It's such an honor to be interacting with incredible athletes from around the world every day, just watching these other athletes and picking up the little things that they do. Initially, I thought the transition would be a little bit easier. I've actually found that the competition style of dry tooling is totally different movement from sport climbing. So I think there's a lot to be learned just in entering these competitions.
Now there's Amity 1. This is Amity's first ever semi-final. It's only a third ever ice climbing competition.
It's been awesome getting to interact with the rest of Team USA. We've had some fun. They've been so welcoming, and I really appreciate the advice that they've given me through Chongsong and coming here to China. They've been really helpful and welcoming. I think my favorite aspect of climbing is that there's always a new challenge. There's always a harder route, a longer route, a more mentally challenging route. And I really appreciate that I'm continually able to push myself both physically and mentally.
My heart is in my mouth right now. Oh, she's popped! That was quite predictable. You could see there, didn't quite have the stability in the axe, but brilliant effort.
I would like to take what I've learned in Chongsong and Beijing back home with me. Spend the next season training and learning as much as I can about the sport in order to compete, hopefully, the full World Cup season next year.
Want to get right off this dress.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Beijing. My name is Liam Lonsdale, and the eagle-eyed amongst you will have spotted that it's not afternoon at all, but in fact it is nighttime. We have pre-recorded this link because we wanted to show you what happens when the sun sets. During the day it's beige and brown and grey, it's ominous and icy, but at night this LED arch gets lit, lanterns are glowing, and it's something of a winter wonderland. Yesterday's semi-finals were thrilling and very much full of surprises. I have no doubt that the route setters have something very exciting in store for today's final. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for men's and women's lead finals. And there we are. Warm welcome and good afternoon from Beijing, China. We are live for the men's and women's lead finals, 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup, the second event of the season, and no doubt another spectacular. We've had speed finals already today. It was a thriller. Wherever you're tuning in from, whoever you're cheering for, we'd love to hear from you here. You can, of course, get in touch with us using that hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. We'd love to hear from you. You can contact me directly. My name's Liam Lonsdale, and I'm available to contact on @Liam Lonsdale. Joining me in our studio today is none other than Alexei Dengin of Russia. Alexei, a very good afternoon. How are you?
Thanks, well, and thank you for taking me here to comment again.
It's great to have you, and then I'm going to have a chat to you about yesterday's competition. So first up will be the women's start list. We have 8 ladies through. Ema McSwiggan will be our first climber today of Ireland. She qualified in 8th place. The ladies climb in reverse order. Okdo Song of Korea is out 2nd. Anna Udartseva of Russia out 3rd. Mira Alhonso of Finland 4th. Daria Menina of Russia 5th. Olga Kozek of Poland in her first ever final 6th. Enni Bertling of Finland in 7th. And no surprises to see Maria Tolokanina out last, qualified in 1st. She'll be our final climber today. In the men's competition, another one full of surprises yesterday in that semi-finals round. The start list, Young-Gun Lee will be our first out. He qualified in 8th place, followed by the Albatross himself, Russia's Sergei Tarasov. Younger brother of Dmitry, Anton Grebenikov from Russia will be in his first finals. Mohammad Reza Safdarian of Iran out 4th. Young-Hye Kwon of Korea 5th. Young Park out 6th. Nathan Claire of France in 7th. And of course, he seems unstoppable so far this season. Nikolai Kuzovlev will be out first, or rather out last, qualified in 1st of Russia. So Alexei, talk me through the semi-finals yesterday, both the men's and women's competition, full of surprises.
Yes, but for the first guys, like girls and boys, the same. Nikolai and Maria, they doing the best job this year, actually. But who take their chance yesterday to climb well, they did it actually, and they deserve to be in the final today.
Yeah, indeed. So the likes of Nathan Claire in the finals, not seen him here before. Anton Grebenikov as well. Young-Gun Lee snuck in there, as I said, very close for him. Can you talk a little bit about the route setting style yesterday, Alexei, and why it was so problematic for a lot of the athletes?
Actually, I didn't see anybody to climb, just when I felt, and don't know what to tell. But for me, maybe some swinging things must be higher, maybe in the end, maybe in the middle part. But the route setters did, I think, the great job, and who can climb well, they did it.
Well, we're not going to hesitate at all getting things going here. We're going to start the climbing as quick as we can, and it is Ema McSwiggan as our first athlete. I believe the men and women will be climbing alternately, so Ema first and then our 8th place man, which was of course Young-Gun Lee. So Ema snuck into finals and made finals last week, fell off in the first move. I was having a chat with Ema this morning at breakfast. I said, you know, Ema, you snuck into finals today. You had a nightmare last week. What's what's in your mind? How are you feeling? How do you prepare for this? And she said, you know, she just is going to go out there and try and relax and give it everything she can. Find a balance between caution and being relaxed, and hopefully we'll see her do well today. Alexei and I had a look at this route just a few minutes ago. Can you describe the route, Alexei, and what we're going to see Ema, the style that we're going to see Ema climbing?
This kind of route for women pretty technical, but I think for the last competitors, the speed will be like the main reason to climb fast and get on top. But it's always tricky to predict the style of the routes. Sometimes you see the route and it looks like not so hard, but when you start to climb, it's getting harder and you start to feel you must be more precise, more technical and everything.
Ema originally looking to take that hook from around the side like that, but then switch to the top. She's not quite sure how it should be used, but that seems to be working for her. Definitely erring on the side of caution early on this route. Heading towards clip number 1. thanks for joining us this afternoon here in Beijing. We would love to hear from you, of course. People tuning in on various channels all around the world. Why don't you drop us a comment, let us know where you are tuning in from and who you are cheering for. Stick it in the comments in the chat box. If you have a question for myself or Alexi, then please do send it in. I will do my best to make sure we see them all and ask and answer them all. And of course, we'll be interviewing some of the top athletes from the finals as soon as we finish. If you have questions for any of those guys, then send those in. Nima starting to get into the meat of the route now as she makes clip number 3. Climbing on this arch formation here, so the higher the climber gets, the steeper the route becomes. This style of arch, Alexa, we were talking about this earlier, because of there's no step throughs and because it's not very steep, it forces a very technical style of climbing. You tell us a little bit about that and what it's like to climb on this compared to some of the other structures.
Yeah, as you see, it's so vertical and not so steep, and okay, for me, as I see it on the holds, it's so different holds, not just intellect holds. It requires you climb precise and so well, and then some dynamic moves, not stay always like slow, trying hard to keep your body. You must jump sometimes to get higher.
Alexei, we already have a comment directly for you from Maxim Tomilov.
Maxim told me not to comment any finals this season. I promised to him, yes.
Yeah, we don't.
Definitely.
As I said, we love it when you join us, but we really don't want you here. We would much rather you were climbing in those finals. But as I've said a couple of times, one of the things that we get when our regular finalists don't make it is some new athletes, some new blood in there, gives them a chance to try these finals routes, opens the field up a little bit for the overall title. So, excuse me, whilst it doesn't suit you, Dengin, it does make things a little bit more interesting. Emma McSwiggan now moving towards clip number 7, looking really strong. That's clip 7 made. Matches into the high grip over that left tool. Round to the left side of that volume. And she's finding some pace now, Alexei.
Emir now getting more relaxed. I think she now started to enjoy in her climbing. It looks much greater for spectators, I'm thinking.
Right, and I think as well, she's got those first moves out of the way. She's not fallen off low. Now she can actually do something that she's good at, which is climb hard moves, move well in a steep structure.
Actually, especially for Emir, for every climber, to climb is the easiest part, but to overcome all your monsters, it's the hardest one.
Right. Big lock here. Ema in that kind of middle grip as she's in this Stein. Just hesitating slightly going up for the hold. We can't quite see it on the left side of that volume by clip number 10. There it is. Nice work onto that golf ball. We're seeing these metal Krukonogi holds much more this season, Alexei. What do they like to climb on?
They are so sleepy, actually. You must be so precise and keep your eye sockets in the same position. If you move it, metal on metal always sleep, actually.
Yeah, they're really aesthetic holds. They look great. It seems kind of cruel, but also ingenious of the route setters. Emma McSwiggan shifting away leftwards now. She moves past clip number 11. Just over a minute left on the clock. It seems her tactic today has been get the moves in the bank, put in a performance, don't fall, use the timer. Paying off so far as she reaches up with that left tool, kicks across, and she's really picking up the pace now. There's one thing we do see with Ema is as soon as that minute timer goes, Ema goes, and look at that, she's inverted the tool, using the handle of the tool. Thank you. She uses the handle of the tool there for the friction. 28 seconds, reaches down onto the first hanging box, into the Fig 9. 20 seconds on the clock, into the Fig 4. Still going, come on Ema. 12 seconds. Can she get to that hold by clip 14? I think she's a little tangled there. That box swinging around, causing her a little bit of trouble. Oh, just short. Oh. It's going to be time up for Ema.
I like this move because you're climbing technically, then you know you don't have enough time, and then you get a powerful move, and you don't have enough power. You must be precise and patient, even if you don't have enough time to get there.
Yeah, that was a really nice performance from Ema. She was just short of clip 14. There's only 15 clips for women, 17 in the men's. 18 in the men's. She was pretty close to the top. Safe performance in the early part. Nice to see her open up at the top. I think she'll be relieved.
Yeah. I don't want to predict any results, but I think maybe she's on the top, on the podium actually.
You think?
Yeah.
Wow. Dengin's just throwing it out there. Just straight. I didn't even ask. I didn't even prod him. He's just straight in there with the predictions.
Because I know how girls climb, and maybe I'm right, I don't know. But I wish all the girls to climb hard and get better.
Well, there's one thing for sure. Alexei Dengin knows a thing or two about ice climbing. I was saying yesterday in the broadcast, you've been doing this for 20 years now.
Yes,
You've been doing it longer than you haven't. In the years that you've been alive, you've climbed more than you haven't.
Okay, I started when I was 16. It was 1999.
20 years, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. But just 4 climbers on this scene today who will climb so long.
So, waiting for our next athlete now, it's Younggun Lee, another athlete that snuck into finals, but an athlete that's definitely worthy of being there.
Maxim wrote just in comments, Emir in the prize.
Really?
Yeah, I know this guy, he can predict everything, he's so precise actually.
Really? So there you go, Maxim Tomilov quit his career as a professional ice climber, but now he's changed career to professional results predictor.
yeah, like sitting on sofa, having a beer.
Maybe we need to start a gambling app for ice climbing.
Maybe.
Maxime can set the odds. Maxime, thank you as always for joining us on the broadcast.
About this Korean guy, I really like his style. It's nice to look how he's climbed.
Lots of people tuned in and cheering for Ema. So, Younggun Lee moving up in the early part of the route. A very big hello to Masood Zainali. Masood, we miss you. Masood, one of the Iranian athletes, one of the founders of the Iranian ice climbing team. Left the team now to, nice jump there from Younggun Lee. Left the team to be a route setter. Let the other athletes put some work in and do the job now to boost that Iranian reputation, and they really are doing. The Iranian team going from strength to strength, even just from competition to competition.
Now when I see how climber climbs, I really like this style of routes.
Yeah, talk us through the style of this route, Alexei.
Oh, it's super technical actually, much more bouldery. but we must wait for the end. I hope the final of this kind of route will be so spectacular to watch.
So, Dengin says we need to wait till the end of this climb to really get into the meat of it. Hopefully it is a spectacular finish, as he says. You can see there matching the undercut on those intellect holds. A lot of precision required. Oh, let's hope he doesn't mistake that hold for the top.
Yeah. But it will be a big joke for if somebody topped here.
Oh dear, I don't think we'll have that mistake. We've got people tuning in from all over the world. Brazil, Bahamas, Russia, Iran, all over the show. Great to have you on board. Do let us know where you are watching from, who you are cheering for. We'd love to hear from you. You're watching the lead finals, the second lead finals of the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. My name is Liam Lonsdale and I'm joined this morning by Russia's Alexei Dengin. Young-Un Lee, first male athlete out on the route, climbing between clips 7 and 8 on that Krukenogi hook there.
Krukenogi holds, I think, much more honest for every climbers because you can't change the shape of this hold.
Right, you can't make it better or worse.
But I like that the route setters use different type of holds, plastic, intellect, some metal holds, some stone, because it's for some climbers it's different chances to get higher. Because if it's just one type of holds, some climbers better, but here we can see everything.
Yeah, they get a chance to try all the different styles and whatever favours them. You see him matching in there on that hook into the Stein with that lower tool, takes the high grip, gives himself some height. Big reach off that left hand, nice work up to clip number 10. And there is clip number 10. People tuned in from Finland as well, they'll be waiting to see Emily Bertling and Mira Alfonso climb. Mira in her first ever Lead World Cup final. Alexei, do you remember your first final?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I'm trying to remember which one. The Russian Championship, yes, it was for me great. But for World Cup, I think it's 2009 in Romania where I got second place.
Nice. First final and the first podium.
Yeah.
Good work. Next clip number 12. Young-Un Lee kicking in hard now.
But getting to final.
Oh, foot pop, and he manages to save it. Really good body strength, excellent shoulder stability to avoid the swing there. The body flicked off one way and he managed to lock that shoulder in, stop his body from spinning round. Really nice recovery, Alexei.
Yeah, what I told you, I really like the style of this climber.
He's only young. Took his first medal last year in Kirov, took a bronze medal. And he got bronze medal last weekend in Cheongsong as well.
Yes.
Look at this, people coming in now where they're all tuning in from New York, USA, Liverpool, England, Canada, Philippines, Oregon, Croatia, France, Spain. Great to have you all on board. Thanks for tuning in. If you're enjoying what you see, then do share the broadcast, hit that like button. More people that see it, the better. We love it when people see this wild and exciting sport. It's clip 14 made, or rather clip 15 made. Big reach out with the right hand to the edge of this hanging box. Nice work from Young-Un Lee as he flicks his right leg over his right hand into the figure 9 position. Clip 16 made into the figure 4 over the left hand. And there's clip 17. He's going to be running out of time now. $17 made. I don't think it'll count. He's stuck.
And because it's a deep hole in the hole, it's hard to take it out.
There we go.
And it could be tricky for the other climbers because if you got tired, maybe it will be hard to get out the ice axe.
From above. Well, that was a great effort from Young Gun Lee. Great recovery halfway where he fell. Managed to stick to it. Alexi, you called it very quickly for Ema. You said podium. What do we think there?
About him, I don't. About men, I don't know actually.
It's a much closer run thing, would you say?
Because a lot of new climbers were from France. He climbed so well yesterday, and maybe he will be better. But for sure, you must be fast to get on top.
Someone says here, Yosha, a young Korean climbs in your style. A good new rival has appeared. Who's this? Krivoshechev. Can't say that one.
Krivoshechev. I miss about this guy. So strong rock climber and so strong ice climber. Always inspiring for me.
He also likes the routes, technical and powerful at the same time.
Yes. And he says that Vasily and Stanislav doing a great job.
Yeah, they did indeed. Stanislav Lobzov and Vasily Terkin, the route setters here. As your next athlete, ladies and gentlemen, it's female climber from Korea, Okdo Song, wearing bib number 52.
I think for the boy, we have different styles actually. He much more patient than me. I'm much more like a psycho.
People asking how many clips are on these routes. There are 15 clips in the women's route, 18 clips on the men's. So Okdo Song. Okdo Song at clip number 1, early on this route. Again, moving slowly, 7 minutes for women. Gonna see if I can grab Ema McSwiggan briefly. Quick chat with her and see how she's feeling about that finals route. Love this as well. We've got people tuning in from Lebanon. Great country. Love Lebanon. People in Pakistan. So great to see so many people. Look at that now. So that there is the clip times. We can tell you how long it took the previous climber to climb to that point and whether or not the other climber is faster or slower. So Ema McSwiggan was just behind. Okdo Song's 55 seconds ahead at this point. Very quick. As I said, Ema was taking it very slowly low down on the route. After low falling semi-finals yesterday and just squeezing in into the finals, and after a very low falling finals the previous week, just very keen to log a time. Okdo Song at clip 4, over a minute ahead of Ema McSwiggan at this point. Ema McSwiggan on the ice box at the moment. Of course, the ice box, the top spot. Current first place sits there for the duration, as long as they remain in first. There she is. A very low fall there, Alexei. Talk us through that.
She got to hesitate, and it's not so difficult hold actually. Just keep your body straight and go further. So what you need to do. Just I think she got some doubts inside, and what prevents her from better climb.
Hopefully we'll be able to watch that back in a second. So you see there, as Alexei said, she needed to keep the body straight, make the move and go. Matched in with the two tools. Release the right hand to think about making the move, and the left hand popped as well.
You asked me what I felt to be the first final. It was just I get relaxed because I was in the show, a big show. It's then okay, relax and go climb. So.
Here he is, Sergei Tarasov, the Albatross himself. This guy's one of the legends of the sport in many, many ways. Tell us about Alexei. Alexei, tell us about Sergei, rather.
I don't know, maybe, I hope you know about him a lot, because he is a strong mountaineer. He climbed on Khotse, the hardest traverse, and maybe he's the best mountaineer in Russia. One of the best, actually, not one of the best.
Seems like he's enjoying himself.
I hope so, because I think he's a little bit nervous, maybe. But I hope now he's got in the right mind state to climb, because he has everything to climb far, actually. Just forget about your monsters. I wish it to him.
Let's see how he fares. Oldest competitor in the competition, oldest in the finals. Here he goes, launches himself into those first moves. Starts the swing. Oh, and a little foot pop, but manages to stick it, no problem. You wouldn't know that he was 51.
Yeah, for sure he's enjoying his climb. I hope he gets good result. Yesterday I told him, now relax and be the guy from Khotze.
We'll have to wait and see. World-class mountaineer, world-class ice climber, 51 years young. Sergei the Albatross Tarasov. When he's not climbing, what does he do?
Him? I think he always climbs. Just enjoying life, climb, sometimes girls, I think.
Doesn't sound too bad. If you are just joining us, a very, very warm welcome to Beijing, China. We're live at the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup Lead Finals. Men and women competing here alternately. Got all sorts of people joining us from all over the world. Lots of different channels, and it's great to have you all on board. A very warm welcome to Marsha Edler, who's joined us. Sad to see her not at the competitions this year.
Maxim cheering out for Sergei. Come on, Grandpa. I set a coin for you.
So, Maxim says, come on, Grandpa. Let's see what Tarasov does. He places the axe over his shoulder. No, he doesn't. He's just looking to find the body position to get the feet on so that he can do this run and jump. Oof, needs to be careful with that. He doesn't want to jump, Alexei.
Oh, it's great.
With the tool in the mouth.
Yeah, it's great.
Pirate style.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see the guy from Hotze, from his best years.
Stunning work from Sergei Tarasov. 4 minutes on the clock. A minute behind Young Gun Lee. Definitely winning on style points right now.
Watching to him getting me nervous actually. I can't breathe.
Little pick pop there with that left hand, but stayed strong in the feet, kept the core tight. Held that right hand with no problem. There's clip number 6.
And Yevgeny also set a coin for Sergey.
What does it mean to set a coin?
Actually, I don't know English well. Like you, okay, I say he will be the best, and you no maybe.
Like make a bet, laid a
Yeah,
bet. Okay,
yeah.
I like it.
Excuse me for my English.
No,
I try
Alexei,
hard.
come on, your English is perfect. We love having you on here. And let's be honest, your English is significantly better than my Russian. Just the fact that you're on here is wonderful. Sergei Tarasov, clip number 8, just above him, 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Just struggling with that placement, up by clip number 9. And he stuck it. That next hole is absolutely disgusting. Looks like he might be able to skip it if he matches in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody considered it in the isolation zone. I think they wanna get through this hole. You can use this kind of hold. It's a hook. You can use it like straight up and like underclean. It's different.
1 minute 30 on the clock for Sergei Tarasov of Russia. Currently in second place behind Young Gun Lee. Oh, and he almost had that first time. Didn't quite have the precision. Looking a little tired now, Alexei.
As I thought, it's powerful route. It's pretty technical and powerful. What it must be.
Oh, and he stuck it. Look at that.
For sure, nice jobs for the route setters. So I put my head from my head.
Hats off for the route setters. Alexei Dengin says they've done a great job, and I'm inclined to agree with him at this point. Sergei Tarasov with 25 seconds left on the clock, approaching clip number 11. Be great if he can make it in that figure 4 position, but I don't think, won't he, will he? He will! Clip number 11 made for Sergei Tarasov. As the time ticks steadily down, oldest competitor in this competition still can cut it with the best of them.
Nice effort.
Yeah, great effort there, and that's time up for Tarasov. You think he'll be pleased with that, Alexei?
I hope so. I think he's satisfied because he was fighting till the end. It's what must.
Yeah, he looks pumped.
Yes. maybe he did the best climb this year.
Yeah, it's a great effort. People commenting to say you have excellent English, Alexei.
I'm not worried about my English actually. Sometimes I must be tricky because I don't know how to say what I want.
Your English is great. And I love it when you use the different phrases. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah. It's thirsty.
What's he saying?
He's thirsty, want some water. And some gesture.
Just water or maybe some vodka?
No, he doesn't drink water anymore. He got enough inside his body and then decided stop now because I have enough. I don't have any blood, just vodka inside.
Oh, look at that. Ema McSwiggan's here. I'm just going to give Ema the microphone. Have a quick chat with Ema. Can you hear me all right, Ema?
I can.
Excellent. How was that?
I was really nervous at the start. I started really slowly. I don't know the holes, and I was just really scared to slip, and I wanted to get to climb. And then, the time just went so fast. It's really easy after the competition, to say, oh, I should have went faster, or I should have done this or that, but I wasn't that pumped when I got near the rip, so I could have done better. But then, I could have done worse. So
when you started climbing, Ema, I had our conversation from breakfast in my head this morning. How you said, you didn't really know whether you should be going fast or slow, relaxed or what, and there were so many different emotions at play. But as soon as you finished, Alexei said the words, "I think Ema will be on the podium."
Oh, really?
And as soon as you finished, Maxim Tomilov commented and said, "He thinks Ema will be on the podium."
Oh.
So
well, I don't know about that, but
we'll have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice. Yeah, it was a nice route.
When you came down, it looked like you breathed a sigh of relief.
It's hard. These competitions. We kind of, it's an emotional roller coaster, and we kind of think, oh, why do we put ourselves through this? But we love it. We love the sport, and the other girls, I hope everyone climbs well and enjoys the final route. It's and I hope there is a top. Someone can finish the route the way it was meant to be climbed, and yeah, I'm glad it's over, Liam.
Well, there was a lot of people supporting you as ever on the live stream. A lot of people cheering you on, so I'm sure they'll be pleased to hear from you. And of course, now we're going to wait and see where you finish up. But at the moment, you're still in first place.
Okay.
Thanks so much for joining us, Ema. Well done again.
Okay.
Ema McSwiggan there, current first place in the women's competition. And joining us now on the lead wall, in the pink trousers, the blue shirt, is Anna Udartseva of Russia. Relatively new competitor. She has been around for a little while, but it's the first time we've seen her at the whole season. And she's not climbing, she's actually an English teacher. What can you tell us about Anna, Alexei?
Actually, I don't know enough about Anna, but I know she's from the same city as Sergei. They are teammates from Yekaterinburg. And actually, she's a climber, but in her main job, actually, English teacher, and a climbing instructor for kids.
Cool. There you go. Anna is an English teacher and climbing instructor. In finals here and looking steady away on these first moves. As Ema said, the time disappears so quickly. I think Ema was being exceptionally cautious in the first section, which definitely pushed those minutes away. Patrick Ingebrigtsen's tuned in. Great to have Patrick on the broadcast. Great to have everyone here, wherever you tuned in from. It's lovely to have you on board. Why not drop us a comment? Let us know where you're tuned in from. Let us know who you think will be on that top spot today. If this is the first time you've tuned into the Ice Climbing World Cup, then why not ask us some questions? You have one of the all-time greats here, Alexei Dengin, been climbing in this competition for 20 years. Still very much up there with the best of them. On your screens right now is Anna Udartseva. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do so using the chat box or the comment box. Social media, you can use the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. You can contact me directly on @Liam Lonsdale on all of the social media channels. Look there at that structure. As Anna starts to gain ground, gain height, the route becomes steeper and steeper. As I said, we have people tuning in from all over the world: Washington DC, Portugal, New Zealand. Great to have you all on board. Clip 5 made. Denver, Colorado, Norway, Belgium, Korea, all tuning in. Very tall athlete, one of the tallest in the female competition. Got some predictions, I'd like to say some podium predictions from Jan Hansen, who isn't with us this week. It says in the men's competition it's going to be Young-Hye Kwon, Kyung Park and Nikolai Kuzovlev, third through first. In the women's competition, Enni Bertling, Ima McSwiggan and Tola Kanina on the top spot.
Yeah, maybe on the paper it looks easier, but I can predict when I see climber actually.
Only when we see them we can predict. Clip number 6 made for Udartseva. Up to clip number 7.
But for sure, Nikolai has more chances than anybody who's is in the isolation zone now.
And why do you think that?
I think for this kind of style, he's much more technical and pretty dynamic than so fast. Because for the final fight, after roof, you have time to recover and then climb to the top.
Have to wait and see. You can see that route as it snakes to the right and then kicks back left. Top just above her. Clip number 15. She's at clip number 8, so still a ways to go with 1 minute 17 on the clock. She looks tired.
Yeah, I think it's the best effort for her. She's not so experienced, but he's fighting.
That's what we like to see. This is what I was saying earlier as well, you know, when we miss athletes like Mu Shin and Hanare Song, it gives athletes like Anna a chance to come in and get some experience.
Yeah, for Korean girls, I actually so sad.
Oh, and there she is. Not surprising that she fell there as she looked a little bit tired, but great effort there from the Russian.
I hope it's not the last final for her.
Me too. I think we'll, after performances we've seen her from the last couple of days, we'll be seeing a lot more of her.
She looks like he doesn't believe that she climbed in the final.
Yeah. Little pick pop that saw her out then. Great effort nonetheless. So, back to the men's climbers now. And there are our current first place, Ima McSwiggan and Jung Yun Lee. Sitting there in the ice box until somebody knocks them off first place. Next athlete will be Anton Grebenikov, younger and smaller brother of Dmitry Grebenikov. First year we've seen him on the tour. There he is, young Siberian climber. What do we know about Anton?
I think the older brother will tell more, but I know he's so patient or he's so satisfied or excited.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So it's
Excited
good.
for climbing. Yeah, always seeking for the great result. Actually,
Great to see him in the finals today. It's very focused.
it's cool to have youngers in the finals.
Yeah, it's really great to have such a varied field. So, made light work of those first technical moves. Straight into that fig four, and immediately Alexei, Anton climbing with good pace.
Everybody knows they must be fast. And as I told, when you go for the route observation, sometimes it looks easy and you can estimate the route like it's not so hard. But when you start climbing fast, you stumble upon the more technical moves. And the trickiest part to find balance between your pace and other movements, because if you're too fast, you get in easier pumped and don't have enough power to fight in the end.
Grebennikov using his hands on the hold there, nice tactics. Can give a little bit more stability, a little bit more certainty when reach isn't an issue. We know that this next move is a dynamic one. Is he going to go pirate style? Chin towards it. Whoa, and he just sticks it. Flicked off the tiptoe. Hits it, and even gives a cheeky look back to the crowd. Nice. The crowd do like it when the athletes get involved. Anton Grebennikov in his first ever final. At this moment in time, looking very, very good indeed.
After this move, I think he got more relaxed and determined to climb higher.
Needs to pick up some time now. Took a little bit long possibly on that dynamic move. Needs to gain some pace. Into that matched undercut on the intellect hold, very precise, a lot of tension required. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, just over. Uses that hook with the right hand, matches in the high grip on the left. Can hear out there Dmitry Grebennikov cheering on his brother. Siberian Bear bellowing out. You could probably hear him at home, and not because of the microphones. If that guy's lungs are anything like his biceps, he's got big lungs.
Sometimes we call that he has 2 hammers.
Someone asking why the volumes are red and blue. No particular reason, just decoration. Just looks nice.
The wall is white, I think, yeah, to get some borders to much readable for spectators.
Just under 2 minutes remaining as he gets ready to make the moves off clip number 9.
Nice move to divide some climbers, I think.
Yeah, the route setter's always trying to keep the possibilities of a tie down to a minimum, and of course in the qualifiers we had an 8-way tie for first place. They definitely want to avoid that scenario again. You can see there he's 1:21 behind Young Gun Lee. Just over a minute, or rather less than a minute remaining now. Anton Grebenikov kicks in hard between clips 11 and 12. Makes clip 12 and we'll see him start to pick up the pace now, I reckon. Big reach with the left hand. Flicks into the figure 9 over the right hand. Makes clip 13. Big reach behind him, moving really well. Nice accuracy. Good core strength as he flicks his feet up in the iron cross. Oh, and he's out of there. The clock was ticking down. He was just a few minutes left and he takes a big breath. He's very happy with that performance, and so he should be. Gave it everything. Alexei, first ever finals for Anton Grebenikov. What do we think of that?
It was nice actually to watch him. He was fighting, trying hard, and he had some doubts during the road, but he overcame it and hit well.
Looks like he might be sick.
Yeah. He also, I think, has but smaller hammers.
Smaller hammers than his brother, yeah, maybe. Doesn't quite have the biceps of his older brother, but great to see him in the finals and great to see him performing so well. Big smiles, great performance from Russia's Anton Grebenikov.
It's nice he's got a chance and used it.
Look at this, we've got Gordon MacArthur tuned in. GMAC, welcome. Great to have you on board, buddy. Looking forward to seeing you in Sazfei. Speaking of first-time finalists, there's another one on the screen right now. Wearing a Finland shirt. For Team Finland, it's Mira Alhonswo. Big smiles and a deep breath before finishing a knot. Kicks the feet in into that first Stein pull, and off she goes. Just less than 7 minutes on the clock. Of course, the athletes all have 7 minutes to climb this route. background there, Tapio Alonso, teammate and husband of Mira. Lots of support for Mira in the live stream. Kicks in with the right hand, makes that hook as she moves those feet across. That volume making this move a little tricky, just in the way there. You have to really stand into it. Reaches over herself. It's been great to see the rise of the Finnish team, Alexei, from being non-existent just a couple of years ago. They're here now, and we have 2 athletes in the final.
Yeah, that's so great to have new guys in finals, because it's so important for developing our sport. It's why important to have new young guys, because we're getting older. Sometimes we just vanish from the sport, from the screens.
Matt's asking another women climbing top rope. No, Matt, the men and the women both start with the first draw pre-clipped. Standard safety measure that the UIAA employs. Once they move past those first draws, then they start to climb on lead, just to make sure that we don't have any ground falls low down. So far, Mira Alonso 1 second, 0.01 second ahead of Okdo Song, but much, much further ahead of Emma McSwiggan. After watching Mira climb this season, what I'd say is that, her style, she's athletic, she's fairly aggressive, she's not super experienced, she doesn't have a lot of endurance, so what we're going to expect to see from her is her climbing fast, doing her best to hit these moves first go. She doesn't have many reserves in the tank to rest and recover if she does get tired. It's kind of a one shot, one kill for Mira. Reaches up and hooks around the right hand side of that hold at clip number 6. Marion Thomas tuned in. Bonjour, Marion. 8 seconds ahead of Mira Alonso now. Rather, 8 seconds ahead of Okdo Song. This is Mira Alonso of Finland.
She looks so relaxed, and I think it will help her to get so high. Just enjoying the moment.
So of course, the most important thing. Enjoy the climb. Give it everything. Try not to feel too much pressure. First place still Emma McSwiggan and Young-Gun Lee. The athletes following them haven't managed to better their performances yet. Not surprising, really. Young-Gun and Emma, both podium placing athletes in previous competitions, and both had unfortunate semi-final rounds. So, they'd normally be up there in the middle or top of the pack. Mira Alonso really fast ahead of Emma there now. Whole minute faster.
Yeah, because Emma in the first part was a little bit
hesitant.
Yeah. But then she's relaxed and started to combine freely and well.
Seems like we have Juana Maria Harabaji tuned in as well. Good morning to Juana Maria. Good afternoon from Beijing. Mira Alonso at clip number 9. She's taking a moment to shake. Let's see if she does manage to get something back here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see if she can pick up this pace now. Big reach with the right hand. Onto the golf ball.
I like how she's glad now.
Yeah, she's moving really freely. Seems to be relaxed, as you said. Marika Halhonen, Ansi Johansson, lots of people tuned in, cheering on Mira. Come on, Mira. Oh, and she's just tired out there. You saw her hand undo.
What I thought about the balance between pace and your power, because you're getting pumped easy.
She's happy with that performance. It was like I said, I didn't think that rest would actually help her. One of those things, just needs a little bit more endurance and experience, but she did a great job. Try and swing to retrieve her axe. She might have a job here. You watching the UIAA Ice Swinging World Cup? No, we're not. Mira just struggling to get a tool there. Bumping up the rope. The reason that Mira's having to climb the rope is because we don't have a stick tall enough. Gonna work out what to do there now. Sure you'd have thought of this. There's something to retrieve that stick any minute. If you are just joining us, it's great to have you on board. You're watching the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup lead finals live from Beijing, China. My name is Liam Lonsdale, and I am joined this morning by Russia's... This morning? I've lost my track of time. This afternoon, by Russia's Alexei Dengin.
Hello everybody who just come to listen to us.
It's great to have you on board. You can, of course, get in touch with us. Use the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. And there was the moment. Watch that right hand. Just tired. We tried to catch it dynamically. You can use the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing to get in touch. You can contact me directly on @Liam Lonsdale. They're trying to get that tool. Oh, they're using the rope. Smart. It's not working.
They just maybe don't have enough experience. But during our training, we do it in any time.
Yeah?
Yeah, sometimes you lost your ice tool, then you use a rope to get it down.
Well, they're wasting no time and they're still going. And there is Mohammad Reza Safdarian of Iran. Oh, misses it first time. Keeps the swing going. Catches it second time. Almost loses his footing. Reza Safdarian, bronze and gold medalist last season. Took the first ever medals for Iran. Big lock off that right hand to reach up and high with the left. You see these volumes to his left. Those are going to be for his feet in a few seconds. This next move, bit of a dyno. I've seen the athletes use their hands on the hold to then stand on the tiptoes and then pop. See what Reza Safdarian decides to do. Makes the clip at number 4. Oh, nice. Really smooth there. And he's one of the shortest athletes, but made that look very easy, Alexei.
He's short, he knows it, but he knows he must have dynamic inside his body, and I think he's just training here. Mohammed was in here this autumn. I saw how he's climbed. Actually, he tried a lot of jumps and some dynamic moves, some technical moves, like when you must keep your body tight. And I think he has everything.
30 seconds ahead of Youngun Lee so far, and there's your current podium. That'll keep changing, of course. The ice box. First place, Youngun Lee and Newman McSwiggan.
He is the fastest one now.
Reza Safdarian now at clip number 9. Reza Safdarian moves up to the left of clip number 10, easily into that hook. Nice tension, good precision. As you said, Alexei, he's obviously been training those moves.
I think it's a small revenge for his fault in Korea.
Yeah, he had a very low fall in Korea. Seems to have been something that's happened a couple of times for all the athletes this season. Reaches up high with that fingertip to make clip 12. Just less than 3 minutes on the clock. Inching upwards, 2 minutes 30 on the clock now. Into the figure 9, left leg over left hand. Switches to the 4. Clip 13 made. Look at that, almost a minute faster than Young Gun Lee. Reaches out with the right hand, straight into that figure 9. But Reza Safdarian moving really well. Fig 4 over the left hand. All right, over the right hand now into the fig 9. Come on, Reza. Keep going, buddy. Moving really well now into that free hanging box. 1 minute 20 on the clock.
Now he doesn't have any room for any mistakes.
26 seconds faster than Young Gun Lee. Is he going to have enough in the tank to go into first place? .40 seconds remaining. Time is of the essence for Mohammad Reza Safdarian of Iran. Not quite enough to be ahead of Young Gun Lee at this point. Struggling with a clip. Reaches that right hand up. Can he make clip number 16? 15 seconds on the clock. He's got himself in all of a tangle there. Not ideal. That's going to be time up for Mohammad Reza Safdarian. Alexei, talk us through that performance and then talk us through our next athlete, Daria Menina.
Nice effort for Safdarian Reza. It was so nice to watch his climb. We can see he is not satisfied with his result, but he was fighting to the end. So now we can see Daria Minina, a Russian team. She's from Moscow, my teammate. Sometimes we train together. As I know, it is her first final. And we will see how high she will get. She's not so fast as Mira before, but we will see how much energy and power she will save for the final part of the route.
Just over 5 minutes left on the clock for Daria Menina. Still first place is Ema McSwiggan of Russia. Not of Russia. Where's Ema McSwiggan from these days? Ema McSwiggan of Ireland, of course, sitting in first place still. And Younggun Lee of Korea still sitting in first place. Those athletes, although we're over halfway through the competition, managing to keep their lead all the way through. Both of those were the first out. There they are. Looking unsurprisingly very happy. Reaches up with that right hand.
She starts to hesitate.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. As I thought it's her first final, maybe she's too nervous, who knows.
Yeah, it's always the case. Either you're going to be too nervous in your first final or you're going to be super relaxed in your first final.
Yeah, for some people it's different.
A lot of first-time finalists in this competition.
She's one of the tallest climbers among girls, and she uses very nice.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I always say you use what you got. You know, some athletes moan about being small, some moan about being short. You use what you've got, and Daria definitely using her height to her advantage here. .30 seconds behind Mirael Honso. He was the fastest athlete to this point, but didn't manage to get further than Ema McSwiggan. Speed not being Ema's strong point, but holding on for a long time. Something she does very well, and she's managed to do that all the way into first place. Daria Menina with just over 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. people mentioning that it is Pavel Shavelin's birthday. We did wish him happy birthday earlier. Did you know it was his birthday, Alexei?
Yes, I know, but sometimes for me it's like a fairy tale because I don't know exactly. Maybe it's another day.
No, today.
But I think yes, it's today.
I wished him happy birthday at lunch. 21 he is today,
Yeah.
with 40 years of experience. There he is, Pavel Shabalin, man of the moment, president of the jury of the judges at this competition, and the godfather of the Ice Climbing World Cup.
The Tsar.
The Tsar, yeah, exactly. Great to have everybody on board. If you are just joining us, it's great to have you here. You're watching the Lead World Cup Finals, the second of the season here in Beijing. We're live. My name is Liam Lonsdale. I'm joined today by Alexei Dengin. You can get in touch with us using the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing or at Liam Lonsdale or at UIAA Mountains. Daria Menina with 40 seconds on the clock. Still moving, still going, just slow and steady.
Sometimes it's strategy to be steady.
For sure. Reaches down to take out that right tool. Up with the left hand onto that Krukanogi peg, and Emma McSwiggan took that with the other end of the axe using the handle. How much of a difference does it make, the handle over the metal?
It depends from the move, but for this kind of moves it doesn't matter how to take it. It's a much comfortable to take it normally and be on the handle. But sometimes if it's side moves with rubber handle, it's you get more grip.
Daria Menina looking a little tired there. At the end, just ran out of juice. Great effort nonetheless.
I think yes.
Puts her into second place.
Now yes.
Big smiles from Daria Menina. And now we have our next male athlete joining us. Fifth athlete, fourth place qualifier. It's Korea's Young Hye Kwon. Another great athlete. One of the older competitors, but very consistent. Interestingly, using that reach down method. We talked about this at the beginning. We weren't sure if anyone would actually do it. Kwon there opting to try that. Is it a safer method?
I don't think so. I think you lost your pace first of all. Then you lose some of your power in your body.
Sure. Oh, he's just short on the arrow. Oh, manages to get it. Each athlete has 7 minutes. Young Hye Kwon's used 40 seconds of that first minute. It'll be interesting to see if Young Park uses the same method, but I don't think he will.
I don't think so. I think he will swim. It's a different style among these climbers.
Yeah. Which his right hand out now as he's moving up towards that pre-clip draw. Great to see so many people tuned in. Mina Almqvist has joined the broadcast. Great to have you on board. Up below then. It's so good to have so many people from all over the world watching. Thank you as ever for your support. If you are enjoying what you see, and make sure you like and share this broadcast. you know someone that'll be enjoying it as well, send it to them. Send them the link. So this is that dynamic move, and he's on the edge of his tiptoes as he eyes up that hold. Dangerous move, leaving it over his shoulder like that. Can see the thoughts going through his mind. Don't put it there, it'll fall off. Young Hye Kwon does not want to jump. And he manages to just do it almost static. Kicks the feet across to regain his balance, shift that centre of gravity. Big reach with that left hand. Smart move.
Yes. He knows well Korean holds because the blue one, he knows how to take it.
Takes that intellect hold undercut. Moves across. Three minutes, 25 seconds remaining, and he really needs to pick up the pace now. Young Hye Kwon for South Korea, moving between clips 8 and 9. Or rather, 6 and 7. Not sure where I got 8 and 9 from. If you haven't been tuned in over the weekend, got struck down. I got struck down yesterday by some sort of crazy Chinese fever. I was in bed from about lunchtime until 8 o'clock this morning. The guys at QTV have been looking after me, making sure that we're able to keep the broadcast going. I'm wrapped up, I've got heaters around me. I've got the support of Alexi Dengen in this finals broadcast. So any weird errors are excused by the Chinese fever. Clip 8 made for Young Hye Kwon.
He must be faster now.
Yeah, he really has to pick up that pace. Interesting that he didn't match underneath it. Everybody else has done that. Goes straight up to clip 9. Picking up the pace now.
As I watch climbers, I'm starting to like.
You feeling like nervous or
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
like you want to climb?
Yeah, I wanna climb. Actually, sometimes it looks like as I on the wall. Actually,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Starting to get sweaty palms.
like this.
So, Young Hye Kwon now, advancing past clip number 11. Up onto that intellect hold with the right hand. 1 minute 20 on the clock, just over. And he's got a long way to go if he wants to be in with a chance of the podium. He's going to have to shift into a completely different gear from the route so far. And I have to say, he hasn't given any sign that that's what he's going to do. Nearly pops off there, but manages to keep that left hand in control. Into the fig 4, over that left hand with the right leg. Kicks out behind him, right hand. Korean's really good at these overhanging moves. Left leg over right hand into that figure 4. Back into the 9, left leg over left hand. Up and behind himself, here we go. Kye Kwon now with just over 15 seconds on the clock. He did manage to pick up that pace through the steep section. He's dropped off. Maybe the clock that we had there was slightly delayed. That's time up for Young Kye Kwon. Great effort from him nonetheless. Brilliant route, brilliant climbing. Young Kye Kwon of Korea. Got another athlete joining us in just a second.
It's pretty difficult route, but you must be fast.
Another first-time finalist up next, Alexei. It's going to be Olga Kozak of Poland. Familiar face in the Russian team.
Everybody thinks she's from Russia. She
No.
speaks Russian very well.
Very well, right? And trains with the Russians.
Yeah, she trains with us and learn Russian. Actually, we have so different languages. Don't think she's from Russia, because she's starting to worry about this. Because everybody to come to her and tell her she's from Russia.
Przemek Kozak tuned in. He'll be supporting Olga, no doubts about that. And here she goes. First ever final for Poland's Olga Kozak. First ever finals for a Polish athlete. Here we go. Strap in, folks.
We were climbing whole autumn this year.
Together.
Yes,
Yeah, she told me she'd spent a lot of time in Russia this winter.
about 2 months.
And did you see improvements in her climbing?
Yes, because I was a coach.
So what was the advice that you were giving Olga?
Okay, what you say every time? You have what you get, and use it. You
What
don't.
does Olga have? What does she have to use?
Actually, she's mentally strong. She's tall, pretty strong body. Not so much endurance, but if you can optimize everything, you can get so high. I told her, you have just 2 months to train. It's not enough to get a lot of endurance, but we can study everything what you have and start to use it.
Well, certainly putting it to good use today as she climbs in her first ever final in the Ice Climbing World Cup. Clip number 3, she's the fastest up there so far. Big reach with the right hand, to the left side. That volume by clip number 5. Makes the clip. Eyes very focused. Looks like she was just taking a breath there, composing herself. Still the fastest up to this point. Clip number 5 of 15 made. Into the second position, high grip in the right hand. Makes the hook with the left. It's clip 6.
I feel some responsibility inside my body because I was training her and now I'm a little bit worried. I hope it will be everything good.
How do you think she's doing so far, Alexei?
Actually, she climbs well. I hope no doubts will get inside her mind. She just climb steadily. It's great. Not maybe too fast, but not standing too much on the same place. Just keep going and moving.
Reaches Launches out with that right hand, still fastest of the bunch there. 5 seconds faster than all the other athletes. Into that hook, the green hook. Into the Stein on the backside of the volume by clip number 9. Just over 3 minutes remaining for Poland's Olga Kozak. Just stalling out here, taking a moment to shake out by the looks of things. Smart move, Alexei, what do you think?
I think it's just common move.
Just keep moving.
Yes. As I tell every time, it doesn't matter how you're tired, it's matter how you work in this state.
So 1 minute 45 on the clock for Olga Kozak. She obviously thought that she had enough time to get up there and get into those last moves with that time. So let's see if she's made the right choice there. Just hesitating in that Fig 9. Feel like each shake now is one of diminishing returns. Needs to just bite through and keep moving.
Yeah, she got tired, but I hope he or she will not give up.
Yeah, just needs to keep fighting now. Move by move. Don't let go.
She still has a lot of to do to be one of the best, but she's getting better and better.
Which is behind her for clip number 12. There it is. Into that next clip. Look, she's behind Emma McSwiggan now. Matches in, makes the hook at clip 13. Doesn't quite hold it. There it is. Cuts loose and she's tired there. Great effort from Olga Kozak of Poland. Do you think she'll be pleased with that one, Alexei?
I don't know actually. I hope so, because it's great for her mind to believe that she can get in the final next time again.
And she climbed a large portion of the route. The route 15 clips long. She was almost at clip 13.
For me, she climbed really well. Yeah, as I told, she has a lot of to do to be better.
She looks
but
tired.
She's getting, yeah.
Yeah, great effort from the Polish athlete. Let's watch that one more time. Feet cut loose, and she just lost the grip in that left hand.
And just one athlete from Poland. People from Poland must be proud, because the girl represents Poland. It sounds great now. Poland, it's like one of the best countries in ice climbing.
Right, there's no other Polish athletes here. She's going it alone for Poland, and she's done so well to make that finals. Emma McSwiggan still sitting on that top spot. Next athlete is another Korean. I'm just going to check those results really quickly. Let me give you a young Park there on your screens, just getting ready. Let me give you a quick rundown of the results. Okto Song in 6th place, Anna Udatseva in 5th place, Mira Alfonso in 4th, Daria Menina in 3rd, Olga Kozak in 2nd, Emma McSwiggan in first with 2 more athletes to climb. Andy Bertling and Maria Tolokanina both still to climb, which means
Emir on 3rd place at least.
guaranteed podium for
Guaranteed, yeah.
Emma McSwiggan. Maxime Tomilov and Alexei Dengin called it as soon as she'd finished climbing, and they were right. Excellent second round for Emma McSwiggan, especially after last week's heartbreak in Cheongsong. Second place last week in Cheongsong. He'll be looking to make that a gold medal this week. He's fast, he's furious. The king of Korean ice. Been around for a long time, and he's most certainly one of the best. Easily through that early section there.
He's one of the best fighters. He's always fight. It doesn't matter how many chances he has for winning.
Big reach with that right hand on the early moves into the intellect hold.
It's great that Park Hyung back on the stage. It's always a pleasure to climb with him on this.
Yeah, he took a break last year, only competed in Cheongsong, said that he was going to retire. Then, sure enough, he came back out of retirement, as he has done many, many times now.
Maybe he's got a feeling that he hasn't made everything in this sport.
Right, still has more to give, even though he's got multiple titles, multiple championships and gold medals. Still wants more. Oh no! Absolute shocker, was not expecting that. Now, Hyung Park just fell very low on the route. He fell at a dyno, which is not a move we'd expect him to fall at. But Alexei, his feet weren't on the holds. He was just kicked into the plywood.
Because to jump really high, sometimes you must use the place what you feel, what your body says you.
Was not the result he was hoping for, that's for sure. He's going to be in last place so far. Didn't want to do the dynamic 1-2. You can see the frustration. Look where his feet are. Watch his hands, watch his feet. Yeah, he just stalled halfway through the jump.
Yeah, he didn't jump actually because, okay, first of all, he was prepared for this, then he returned it like to static move.
Yeah, he was ready to jump, and then that point of hesitation just there, and then it was all over. He fell short. There's a heartbreak for Hyung Park.
Yes, the only advice, if you jump, jump. No hesitation, because
Commit.
if you stop your body, it's not possible to come back and try again. You just in the air, it's just one chance.
Right, so uncharacteristic lack of commitment there from Hyung Park. But that's just the way things go. Now, she's made a couple of finals. Enni Bertling qualified in second place yesterday. 2 Finnish athletes through to the finals of this women's lead final. Enni has been the stronger athlete on the Finnish team for a little while now. She was checking her harness.
No, she has a watch on her harness.
Yeah.
Check some how many time he has.
Smart. Kicks in. Places the Stein. Now, as I said, Enni has been one of the stronger athletes on the Finnish team for a little while. She's been one of the real proponents of the training schemes there. She's built her own structure to train on. They have a climbing structure in Oulu now. They even have a World Youth Championship there. The European Cup there as well. Really trying to push ice climbing as a competitive sport in Finland. and her success in these comps is definitely helping that. Sorry, Alexei, continue.
She's also spent 1 week in Kirov to get some experience for her competitions, how she climbs.
Indeed. As we said, Emma McSwiggan guaranteed a medal. She currently sits in gold position. Depending on how any does right now, will determine whether it's bronze or silver or gold. Maria Tolokanina still to climb, so even if any falls below Ema, still only guaranteed a silver. As we looked at this route before, you said that you thought it was going to suit Maria Tolokanina.
If Maria keeps so patient, I think she's just the only one who will top this route.
She's looked very patient all season so far. I haven't seen anything that would make me think she wasn't going to be patient.
I hope she is so confident now and no hesitation in her climb. But yeah, we miss Korean climbers because we need equal competitors. I'm so glad that every girls now got chance to climb in final.
I was actually chatting to the athletes, and we talked about the low fall of the Koreans yesterday. And what they put it down to was the fact that the hold that they fell off is actually identical to a Korean hold that has 2 lips on it. So they were holding what they thought was the second lip from below. They couldn't see the hold, and actually there was no lip there.
As I saw how they climbed, just it was a lot of doubt inside them. It's not like there isn't a hold, no, because I think it looks like they were too afraid about this style route. But actually, I was climbing with them in the gym in Korea. They're so strong, so technical, so experienced. But sometimes it's as I thought, to climb is the easiest part, but to overcome your monsters it's so hard actually.
Yeah, for sure. Well, see if any birdling can overcome her monsters. Lots of support on the live stream for Annie. So, Annie Bertling moving up towards clip 7 now. If you are just joining us, it's the penultimate female athlete in the women's lead final. We still have a couple more men to climb. Alexei Dengin is joining me this morning. My name is Liam Lonsdale. You can get in touch with us using that hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. You can drop us a message in the chat box or the comment box, and of course, if you would like to contact me directly, it couldn't be easier. On any of the social media platforms, just search at Liam Lonsdale. Send in your questions, who you think will be the winner today. If you have a question for Alexei Dengin, then let me know. And of course, we'll be grabbing the top-ranked athletes as soon as this competition's finished. So if you have questions for them, please do send them in. Annie Bertling now of Finland at clip number 9. In that Stein, will she hesitate here or will she keep moving? She looks very, very calm, Alexei.
Yes, she looks so confident. I think she's not like a child. She knows everything. She's so experienced and don't think anything stupid. Just she knows she's got a chance and just climb. It's all.
This structure really does suit her. She's a very strong athlete, tall, big shoulders. She's very physical. You know, this basic style. The slightly more powerful style, you know, where they're not on their Fig 4, Fig 9 positions too much. You know, it's more about, can you pull the moves? Annie really suits that. Look at that, 8 seconds ahead of teammate Mira Alhonso. Ema McSwiggan of Ireland, who was 39 seconds slower. Oh, a little pot there.
This hold has a small hole, not a hook.
So they're looking for a very small placement, a lot of precision required. And then, of course, once they get it, confidence on that placement. Just not quite finding it, Alexei.
A little bit blind move.
There it is.
When you get tired, yeah, it requires from you some body tension.
She makes the move, moves the feet across to get her centre of gravity better, reaches up with that right hand into the underside of the box. Another Krukonogi hold. Reaches over herself to clip number 12. Teammate Tapuel Honswo cheering her on there. 6 seconds ahead of Emma McSwiggan now. Not quite got the beans to make clip number 13, and it is that clip that's going to count. Emma McSwiggan did make that one. 16 seconds remain. Annie Bertling has it. Into that fig 9. Oh, and the axe is tangled. Time's going to be up any second. And I think she's behind Emma.
Yeah, Emir touched the hold, yeah?
I believe she touched the next hold. So, bronze medal, the first ever medal for a Finnish athlete in an ice climbing lead World Cup. Annie Bertling takes bronze. Emma McSwiggan guaranteed silver now. It all comes down to Russia's Maria Tolokonina to decide who's going to be walking away with the gold medal. Guaranteed bronze for Annie Bertling. Amazing work. We'll definitely grab her for an interview later on. Take a look at those final seconds. Into that figure 9 over the left hand. Just got the axe stuck. And who knows, if she hadn't have got the tool tangled on the rope, maybe, just maybe, she'd have managed to get round the box and hit that next hold. 13.28 her final score. Emma McSwiggan 13.291. So yeah, Emma managed to get just around the other side of that box. Getting to the next hold or making clip 14 will be enough to see Tolokonina with a gold medal. Now, bib number 15, Nathan Claire of France. The first time we've seen him in a final. But the way that he climbed in semi-finals, you'd think he was a veteran. That guy was absolutely flying. He was confident, he was powerful, he was precise. Alexei, what do you think we can expect from him in this finals performance now?
I don't know actually. If he keeps climb like yesterday, I think he is gonna get a good result. Maybe gold. Who knows? Because yesterday he topped the route. Okay, maybe he's maybe a little bit slower than Nikolai, but who knows? Who make mistakes? But he decided to climb different way, and as you know, he can spend time and pace on these kind of moves.
Yeah, so what we're seeing there, he's opted to go low and right, and that's a powerful move you see in his facial expression. Difficult moves. The athletes can actually can skip all those moves just by swinging on the box. So he's opted to go safer. Hopefully it won't take out too much of his pace. Lots of French cheering for Nathan Claire. Marianne Thomas, French teammate, saying, "Come on, Nathan." All the French and Swiss team are cheering for you from Saas-Fee. Allez, Nathan, allez. He was really representing the DTS dry tool style in that semi-finals. I think he only used 2 figure 4s in the entire finals route. He's cutting loose everywhere.
You know, figure 4 is just a technical move. It's not like something special. Sometimes to do like 50 or 100 figure 4s, you must have enough endurance and power and enough skin on your arms.
Seems like Nathan Claire's forgotten to use his ice axes, using his hands, and look at that, jumps, oh, easily up to that next move. using his hands on all these holds, and that time that he lost lower down seems to be making it up here. Really nice climbing style as he steps across himself and recenters his centre of gravity underneath that intellect undercut.
For sure, he has so strong body, a lot of power in his back.
And he really came out of nowhere in a lot of respects in the World Cup scene last year. He came to a few of the rounds, and I remember seeing him in Asia, and our attention was really on the Ladovon brothers. You know, they were kind of the faces of French winter climbing for a little while, and then all of a sudden Nathan Claire put in a stellar performance, and I remember thinking, who's this guy? The absence of the Ladovon brothers here, he's absolutely showing that he is a name to pay attention to, that he is a climber that should not be ignored, and Nathan Claire, who I know has been training extremely hard for the last 12 months, with 4 minutes to go, makes his way up to clip number 9. Oh, just misses first time, hits it second time, building those feet extra high. Allez le bleu. Reaches round to the right hand side of that volume, keeping his momentum going, really powerful kicks. Clip 11 made. Clips high above his head here to make 12. He's a minute ahead of Young Gun Lee. He's definitely made up that time, Alexei.
But we will see if he's got enough endurance in the end. As a Sardarian, it was the same, he was so fast. But yeah, lost his energy on this pace.
Yeah. Well, in yesterday's semi-final, it was only him and Kozlovlev that made the top. So we know that he has the ability to do it.
Yes, no doubt.
Did that just happen? Did he just do a one-arm lock-off on that move? Nathan Claire throwing caution to the wind and unleashing a gun show on Beijing. I think I can see a smile on Nathan Claire there. He seems to be enjoying himself. Two minutes 7 seconds remaining for the Frenchman. Makes the move, needs to keep that pace now. Oh, just struggling with a kick there. Excellent shoulder stability.
For sure, the style.
This guy, it's like he forgets he has feet. Really good strength though, his shoulders must be made of steel. The comments coming in, DTS.
He's creating a big show, actually. It's great.
This is exactly what we want from a final, Alexei. Nathan Claire of France, 20 seconds of Mohamed Reza Safdarian, 1:23 on the clock as he pulls that rope to make clip 15. Come on, Nathan, allez! Keep going, buddy.
And now the trickiest part, to stay on the scene and clip big draw.
Less than a minute remaining for Nathan Claire, and you can see he's starting to get really tired. Allez, Nathan. Oh, he misses it first time. Come on, buddy. Second time. Third time. Fourth time. Oh, he's definitely tired now. Takes a second to shake out that hand. If he can make clip 17, then he will be in first place. Without that clip, it's a no-go. Oh, it's looking ever more unlikely.
This kind of moves, actually, you have just small hole if you're tired and you don't have enough support for your feet and body, it's so hard to get.
Is he going to have time to clip 16 though? I don't think so. I think it's going to be time up. So Mohammad Reza Safdarian had 15.3. I'm not sure what score that hold gets, whether or not it's the 0.3 or the 0.4. We'll have to see if he's in third or fourth place there. Or rather second or third place, excuse me. Great show nonetheless from
my applause to him.
Big round of applause from Alexis Dengin for Nathan Claire of France. I'm sure the live stream is alight. It is indeed, lots of people supporting the Frenchman. So let's wait and see that result come in, see where it puts him. Does put him into second place. For some reason, it's showing that he actually made clip 16 in time.
Yes, I think so.
And if that's the case, he's in first place on countbacks. Young-Gun Lee tied in that position due to his result in semi-finals. Nathan Claire currently sits in first place, guaranteed a medal. Big smiles from the Frenchman. Even got some bleeding gums there. Cold hands.
It looks like the French team is getting back, by which we were inspired in 2002.
We talked about this just the other day, that in the early 2000s it was the French team that were the heroes of the sport.
Lamiche, Dulac.
Yeah, Tony Lamiche, Daniel Dulac, names that, if you are familiar with the climbing scene, will be no surprises. There he is, Nathan Claire of France, guaranteed medalist and guaranteed silver medalist. Young-Gun Lee with a guaranteed bronze. Talking about guarantees, Ewan McSwiggan and Enni Bertling are both guaranteed a place on the podium. It's this climber, Russia's Maria Tolokanina, who's leaving. Where's she going?
I don't know, maybe technical issues. This quick draws or something like this.
We'll hopefully have some more information on that in a second, but it's Maria Tolokanina that will be the athlete that decides what place Enni and Ema will finish. Will they be first and second? Will they be second and third? Who knows? Maria Tolokanina is the only one that can change it. Let's see what's happening there. We're waiting for the lights to come on, that's my bet. So we've just been told that there's actually going to be a 5-minute delay. Give me 2 seconds, I've got an idea. So we are having a technical incident that's going to be fixed in about 5 minutes' time. I'm actually looking to see if we can get a microphone outside. I'm going to have a chat with some of the athletes, see if we can kill a bit of time, have a chat with the climbers and see how they're feeling. If not, then of course I can chat with Alexei and I can chat with you guys at home. So I do have that. Alexei, I'm just going to pop outside. Before I do, Alexei, thank you so much for joining me. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming back to you in a second. I'm going to go grab a mic outside. I'm going to grab some athletes. And I'm going to quickly sit down with these two characters. Current first place for Ireland, Eva McSwiggan, and for France, Nathan Clare. Eva, we've chatted to you already. Nathan, talk to me.
It's just awesome for me. My first final and my first podium. It's crazy. I don't know what can I say. It's just awesome.
It was so cool. There were a lot of people very supportive of you on the live stream. In the low part of the route, you opted to do the trickier move, the more powerful move, and then all of a sudden you just opened up DTS style. You were so fast. What was going through your mind?
Well, just say me, go fast. You need to climb. It's just that you need to be fast if you want to win or to do a podium. It's not so.
Well, both athletes here guaranteed silver medals. Ema, when we talked before, I said to you that Alexei Dengin had said when you climbed you were going to be on the podium, and here you are with a guaranteed silver. What's going through your mind now? How are you feeling?
I'm just really happy to be here. It's like to make the podium is always amazing, and I'm just really happy, Liam, and the climbing went, and I'm here, and I want to just thank everybody for supporting me and tuning in to watch me, and yeah.
Well, thank you, of course, to everybody that's been supporting the competitions at home. It looks like they're almost finished fixing the trouble, which means that I'm going to leave this seat, the ice box, with these two who are going to wait and see what Nikolai Kuzovlev and Maria Tolokanina do with their final route, see whether they're going home with gold medals or silver medals. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be back in the commentary booth. So we're back now in the commentary booth with Alexei Dengin, and we have Maria Tolokanina on the wall. I'll tell you what, Alexei, it got cold out there.
Yeah. So I hope Masha hasn't got nervous about this technical delay, this issue.
Could that have shaken her, do you think?
No, she looks so confident, and I think it's gonna be like at a long climb.
We know one thing, it's very hard to shake Maria Tolokanina, one of the most experienced and one of the most decorated athletes on this tour of men and women. Still one of the very, very best athletes around in lead and speed. Bronze medal today in speed.
Yeah, she spent a lot of time to get good in speed and lead. Always training hard for this.
And Maria Tolokanina, one of the smallest athletes on the tour. Just to give you a comparison, we saw Annie Bertling climbing before. Annie Bertling in the region of 6 foot, 6'1". Maria Tolokanina probably more like 5'1". There's a large difference between styles, between physicality. But as Alexei and I said multiple times this broadcast, you've got to use what you have got. I said yesterday during the semi-finals broadcast that if that semi-finals were anything to go by, the finals would be a spectacular, and they have not disappointed. Final female athlete is climbing right now. It's Maria Tolokanina. We still have one more man to climb. Nikolai Kuzovlev of Russia. Both athletes deciding medals positions in the tables. 44 seconds ahead of the pace so far. So far looking very relaxed.
Great to watch her. It's no time for hesitation, just moving. Okay, she's not so tall, but she's got enough power.
Power and pace. She has one of the deepest locks I've ever seen of any athlete as well. She can take a hold and hold it down by her waist easily.
She can do pull-ups with her children, excuse me.
Of course, strapping the children on and doing a set of pull-ups. It's not a bad way to train. Absolutely flying up this route, really calm, really confident, no surprises so far. That's clip 12 made.
No hands shaking.
Yeah, we've not seen a single hesitation from Maria Tolokanina yet.
When we train together in Kiev, like not together actually, but beside to each other, and I tell her try this route. I don't wanna because I'm not confident maybe, but she climbs a lot for endurance, and I tell her stop doing this. Maybe you must climb much harder the routes because you have endurance for me, for Maxim, another guy.
She has endurance for everybody. Yeah, there's a look at that, 2 minutes ahead of the pace, Alexei.
It's great, yeah.
Flipping heck. Well, assuming nothing surprising happens on this hold here, Maria Tolokanina is going to be walking away with a definitive gold medal, and a well-deserved one. But it's not over until it's over. Needs to reach around the other side of that box. There's the hold.
And now just time for a big show. She's got, I think, gold.
Yeah, guaranteed gold medal now. And if she makes this clip, then there'll be no doubt at all.
And now just relax and get in big effort, the best effort for us to watch you.
The right leg over the left hand for the figure four. Just misses the hold first time off this hanging box. Oh, and second time. You see that right leg and left leg all tangled. Which leg's which? But the leg underneath the box just struggling to push her away.
Also, it's unbalanced. It's actually so difficult to keep body tension and stay precise.
Still 1 minute remaining. Hits the hold. Gets that head of the axe biting into the plywood. Gives her that stability to crank off this hold. Reach out behind her. One more clip to make. The only climber to make it this far. Guaranteed gold medal. Big reach with the left hand, and there it is. There's the last hold. Into the figure four. 15 seconds remaining. There's the last hold, rather. There's the top clip, and there's the match, ladies and gentlemen. Maria Tolokanina in fine style, composed, calm, collected and cool. Another gold medal to add to the tally, and well deserved for the Russian athlete at the top of her game for so many years, and at the top of the game for so many years. Ladies and gentlemen, Maria Tolokanina. Alexei, talk about that.
I don't know what to tell, because as you see, it's the best climber in the world now.
Absolutely.
All the time, actually.
No surprises, the best climber continues to be the best. Gold medal for Maria Tolokanina, silver medal for Ireland's Emma McSwiggan, and the first ever time on the podium for Finland's Enni Bertling with bronze.
My congratulations to Maria, she got...
Indeed, congratulations to Maria. 2 children as well. How does she find the time to train?
I think she has great support from family and great vision, not just for training and for life.
And even after all those wins and all those medals, you can see it still means so much to take that gold. So, last athlete of this lead final. If you're just joining us, where have you been? You've missed a stunning lead final here in Beijing. Second final of the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season. On your screens, that man there, Nikolai Kuzovlev, will decide whether or not Nathan Clare and Younggun Lee walk home with gold and silver, silvers and bronzes. He's the one that can decide. Joining me today in the commentary booth is Alexei Dengin of Russia. Of course, as always, my name is Liam Lonsdale. You can get in touch with us here using the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. And you can contact me directly using @Liam Lonsdale. Nikolai Kuzovlev. Onto that first swing box. Here he goes. Generates some momentum. Oh, and look at that. So easy up to that first green hold there.
This style much super to Nikolai.
Really suits him. Alexei, Nikolai Kuzovlev's been on the circuit for a little while, but it's only now that we're starting to see him dominate. What's changed?
I think he's just determined for climbing. He wants to be one of the best, maybe just one of the best climber.
And it's just a case of the fact that, you know, he's so much experience now and all the training's paid off. It all comes together at once.
He's got a lot of experience rock climbing and sport climbing, like speed climbing. And then he came to ice climbing with this experience, and he uses everything what he's got, and trying to learn something new, stay always open-minded, because we can see how he changes through the years.
Just struggling with that first reach there. Hits it second time. Just over 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. .20 seconds ahead of the pace so far. The name to watch on that list is Nathan Clare of France. He was a little slow in this lower section, but then really picked up the pace through the middle and in the top. So Nathan currently sitting in first place. Nikolai Kuzovlev, we're doing everything that he can to beat him. Needs to avoid making any mistakes, and we know it's such a long route that there's not much time to stop and shake. Looks a little hesitant here. Smart move though, as he takes that hold as an undercut with his right hand. Leans over himself to place his pick on that Krukonogi plate. 4 seconds ahead of the pace here. Talk us through what's happening, Alexei. Doesn't seem to be quite as explosive as we normally would expect.
Maybe a little bit getting some doubts, maybe a little bit nervous because there's a lot of pressure actually on him because he is the leader now, and it's actually requires for something from you. Sometimes you forget that you just must keep climbing as you did it yesterday. But actually he has enough time and he is more endurance climber. I think further is no problem for him actually.
Moves up off that left hand to the right of the box by clip number 11. Takes clip number 11. Just under 3 minutes on the clock. Now behind Nathan Clare for time. Clip 12 made. Clip 13 is going to be an interesting one in terms of the time here because this is where the route really starts to get difficult. Oh, a little pop there, but he manages to hold himself on the left hand. Let's take a look at this time on clip 13. Nope. Just over 2 minutes remaining for Nikolai Kozlovlev of Russia.
And now just classic movements for him.
Yeah, much more comfortable in that Fig 4, Fig 9 formation. Nathan Clare was struggling at this point. Kozlovlev looks very much in his comfort zone. Reaches down and makes clip number 14. Three seconds behind Nathan Clare. Don't focus too much on that time though, because Nathan Clare lost a lot of time at these next two clips. Clip 15 made for Nikolai Kozlovlev, 1 minute 10 seconds on the clock. Of course, he doesn't know how Nathan Clare did. He doesn't know what score Nathan Clare has. Just knows he has to put his own best performance in. 1 minute remaining. Davai, Davai, the crowd cheers. Alexei, he's really slowed down now. He hits the hold. And he doesn't have to do much to secure the gold here. Make clip 16 is the first ticket. There it is. If he can touch the next hold, he's guaranteed gold medal. Even better if he can make that clip. Hits the hold, there it is. Gold medal guaranteed for Nikolai Kozlovlev. Still going. 15 seconds remaining. Clip 17 made. It's not going to be enough to get him to the top, but in this case it doesn't matter. Brilliant effort as he approaches that head wall.
That's a short time.
And it's all over for Nikolai Kozlovlev. Will they let him continue? Probably not. Maybe.
I hope so.
No. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, he must have too.
We'll get to see the route climbed in its entirety. Really nice to get the full route climbed. A nod to the route setters, Stanislav Lobzov and Vasily Terekin. Russian route setters done a great job here in China this weekend. It's been a challenging setup for them. They pulled it out the bag as usual. Kozlovlev with a big reach behind him. And that is the top for Kozlovlev. Won't count in the competition, but that's not the point. In the true spirit of ice climbing, Nikolai Kozlovlev tops the men's final route. He's guaranteed gold medal here. And there it is, another definitive win for Russia's Nikolai Kozlovlev. Brilliant performance from the Russian. I have to say, Alexei, he looks tired.
Yeah, he's tired. He's a human.
I was questioning it for a second. The last few rounds, he's looked superhuman. Perhaps it's true.
It's just information for other climbers to get in the final and fight, because we are all human.
Right.
But yes, the best effort today.
Indeed, the best effort will be rewarded with a gold medal. Big smiles and a great effort for Russia's Nikolai Kozlovlev. And a handshake from Stanislav Lobzov, the route setter. Alexei, that concludes the final. Let's have a quick talk about that. Tell me, what did you think? What was your highlights there?
Highlights maybe a photo of Park Hyung. Then our grandpa climbed well, actually.
He did, finished in 7th place.
Nice climb for Nathan.
Yeah,
and,
amazing.
For Lee Young-Kion. Nice style for him, actually.
Yeah, Young Gun Lee climbed so well. Let's quickly take a look at those men's results. 8th place of Korea, surprise, but that's the way it goes. Young Park, 7th place for Russia, Sergei Tarasov. On the left-hand side of your screen there, 6th place for Russia, Anton Grebenikov. 5th place for Korea, Young Hye Kwon. 4th place for Iran, Mohammad Reza Safdarian. 3rd place and a bronze medal. 2nd of the season for Korea's Young Gun Lee. France's Nathan Clare in his first ever final takes his first ever podium. It's a silver medal for Nathan Clare. 1st place and gold medal, well deserved. Nikolai Kozlovlev of Russia. Equally thrilling in this competition was the women's lead final. Let's take a look at the results in that comp. 8th place for Korea was Okto Song. 7th place in her first final for Russia was Anna Udartseva. 6th place, her first finals for Finland, Mira Alhonswo. 5th place, another first finalist for Russia, Daria Menina. Another first finalist and 4th place for Poland's Olga Kozak. Enni Bertling takes her first ever medal. Bronze medal rather for Finland. Silver medal goes to Ema McSwiggan of Ireland, and gold medal, no surprises, and a stunning stellar performance from Russia's Maria Tolokonina. Alexei, I'm going to head back outside, grab some interviews with the athletes. One more time from me, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you to inviting me here. Next time, as Maxim told me, no commenting the finals, just playing the game.
I don't want to see you in here ever again. I want to see you up there on that on the podium, if you don't mind. So that was Alexei Dengin. I'm going to go and grab some quick interviews with our medalists. Do stick with us. I'm going to grab the speed athletes as well. Thanks so much for joining us. I'll be right with you. We're back outside. Hey guys, thank you for hanging on. Anna, it was your first finals. How did that go for you?
Oh, it went very well. I did my best as best, and I'm very happy with my results, actually.
Excellent.
This is my first finals ever.
There was a lot of support for you on the live stream. Can we expect to see you in finals again?
I hope so.
Standing on my right side is the man of the moment, Nikolai Kuzovlev. Nikolai, congratulations again.
Спасибо. Я очень рад. Это уже из 6 этапов, это второй этап. Второй этап я выиграл, и это более укрепило мои позиции в текущем рейтинге. Я очень рад. Будем продолжать бороться дальше. Отдельный. Привет. Меня просил сын, чтобы я помахал ему рукой. Лёва, привет.
He's happy to be here, and he says hi to his son, Lova.
That's it?
That's it.
That was a long message for that. Well, he is the man of the moment, and I want to grab somebody else. Enni. Let's get Enni in here.
Okay.
Enni, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
You came into this final, and when you started at the bottom of that route, I thought that you looked very comfortable, very relaxed, and then you started to climb, and that continued all the way up. What was going through your mind?
I really enjoyed it. I think this season I have learned to enjoy the climbing, and you know, I don't do the stupid things so much anymore, so it's the more flow and going up, and yeah, it was awesome.
When you climbed and you got to your high point, at that point, did you think you were in the chance of a medal?
No, I think I was sure I got pretty high, but of course I don't know before I come down and they tell me, and then I'm like, oh!
And so how are you feeling now with a bronze medal?
Oh, really good. It's amazing. It's my first medal to Finland. It's awesome.
I mentioned it in the broadcast, the Finnish team wasn't a team just a few years ago, and now you're here, a finalist, a bronze medalist. What does it mean for the Finnish ice climbing community?
Oh, the last 2 years, 3 years, the Finnish ice climbing has just exploded, and it's, yeah. Of course, we have a role in that. The Team Finland, and we are all the time learning more and getting stronger, and we have so strong juniors there. It's awesome.
Well, there was immense support on the broadcast. Lots of people cheering for you.
Yeah, my phone is pretty full now.
Is there anything you would like to say to the people at home that were cheering for you?
Thank you. Yeah, I got all the messages during this weekend, but this is China, so they are coming slowly. But I know you are supporting me, and that's awesome. Thank you.
Well, that is...
And Mom, you can stop crying now.
Amazing. That was, of course, Enni Bertling, the first ever medal for a Finnish climber, and it's a bronze here in Beijing. We're going to throw over to the speed and lead podiums in just a few moments' time. We might grab another interview or two. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you in just a few seconds. Hi folks, back with you. Took me a few seconds to get back then actually. The Russian athletes not willing to be shepherded into the podium. The beard's already flowing. It's another celebration. Going to see some replays between now and that medal ceremony beginning. And the battling there of Finland with that bronze medal performance. That was, of course, Nathan Clare of France. His first ever final. His first ever medal. Walks away with silver this weekend. Brilliant performance from him. There is, of course, Masha Tolokanina. Russian climber at the absolute top of the game. Leaves Beijing this weekend with a gold medal in lead and a bronze medal in speed. There was Nikolai Kuzovlev, gold medalist in the men's comp. Flawless performance from him. We've really seen top level performances demonstrated from Nikolai Kuzovlev at every round of this competition so far. Medal ceremony beginning in just a few moments' time. There was Anton Grebenikov, younger brother of Dmitry. Anna Udartseva. There was Reza Safdarian, just outside of podium position this weekend. Got himself in a tangle at that last position. There was Daria Menina, another first-time finalist. So many stellar performances this weekend. Beijing testing lots of different elements of the sport. There was Yongxie Kwan. Oh, and this was that heartbreaking moment for Young Park. Young Park, one of the favourites for a medal here, just stalled out midway through his dyno. Fell very low on the route. Such a disappointment. He'll be back, no doubt. Such a shame. You see that again. Just didn't quite have the momentum for the jump. Mr. DTS himself, Nathan Clare, with that silver medal performance today. Excellent work from him. With the medal ceremony beginning in just a few moments' time. So we are almost ready to go with the medal ceremony. Last week we caught up with Emma McSwiggan to get her feelings on the World Cup and her circuit so far. We're going to take a quick look at that video before the medal ceremony starts. Enjoy.
I love the challenge of climbing. I love that there's always something harder or longer, more difficult. You can always push yourself. You never get bored. My husband, Connor, and I spent the last year traveling, living in a van, traveling around rock climbing. And in August, we settled down in Colorado Springs, started going to a local climbing gym there. And they host a dry tooling competition every year, and someone suggested that I try it out. I've only trained for dry tooling the past couple of weeks before. I love the challenge of climbing. I love that there's always something harder or longer, more difficult. You can always push yourself. You never get bored. My husband, Connor, and I spent the last year traveling, living in a van, traveling around rock climbing. And in August, we settled down in Colorado Springs, started going to a local climbing gym there. And they host a dry tooling competition every year, and someone suggested that I try it out. I've only trained for dry tooling the past couple of weeks before leaving for the World Cups. I had no idea what to expect, so kind of just went in with totally open mind. It's such an honor to be interacting with incredible athletes from around the world every day, just watching these other athletes and picking up the little things that they do. Initially, I thought the transition would be a little bit easier. I've actually found that the competition style of dry tooling is totally different movement from sport climbing. I think there's a lot to be learned just in entering these competitions.
Now there's Amity Warm. This is Amity's first ever semi-final. It's only her third ever ice climbing competition.
It's been awesome getting to interact with the rest of Team USA. We've had some fun. They've been so welcoming, and I really appreciate the advice that they've given me through Chongsong and coming here to China. They've been really helpful and welcoming. I think my favorite aspect of climbing is that there's always a new challenge. There's always a harder route, a longer route, a more mentally challenging route. And I really appreciate that I'm continually able to push myself both physically and mentally.
My heart is in my mouth right now. Oh, she's popped! That was quite predictable. You could see there, didn't quite have the stability in the axe, but brilliant effort.
I would like to take what I've learned in Chongsong and Beijing back home with me and spend the next season training and learning as much as I can about the sport in order to compete, hopefully, the full World Cup season next year.